Don't forget to go to asskicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance product.
I'm not fighting no more. Kelly, let me do my job. I just told you I didn't want to do no interviews, and you said you are going to do interviews. Now you told me to do interviews. Now you're trying to take me away from them. No. Let me show Dante's Boxing Nation some love.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So BJ Saunders and Demetrius Andrade, they put on a great press conference today promoting their fight for October 20th for the WBO Middleweight Championship of the World. It was very entertaining. They went back and forth, taking jabs at each other verbally, but at the same time, they showed tremendous respect for each other. Billy Joe Saunders talked about the fact that none of the top middleweights wanted to fight against Demetrius Andrade. He mentioned Golovkin and Danny Jacobs' name when he said this. But I thought it was pretty interesting that Billy Joe Saunders, he brought up Danny Jacobs' name because Danny Jacobs is an opponent that BJ Saunders avoided. He said he wanted $1 gazillion basically to get in the ring with Danny Jacobs. But nevertheless, you have to give Billy Joe Saunders all the credit in the world now because he is facing one of the best middleweights in the world. And this middleweight fight right here is arguably the most significant fight in the middleweight division. At least in terms of fights being signed already and official. Because we have another really significant fight in the middleweight division as well, which is Danny Jacobs versus Sergey Derevyanchenko, which they will be fighting for one of the belts that Gennady Golovkin gave up, because he didn't want to fight the very dangerous Sergey Derevyanchenko. You know, I said I give BJ Saunders a lot of credit for taking this fight. I give Demetrius Andrade a lot of credit for taking this fight as well, because Andrade hasn't really been that active at the middleweight division, and for him to get in there against one of the best middleweights in the world, and before this fight was signed, it sounded like Andrade wanted a couple more fights before he took this fight. But he decided for whatever reason that he was ready now, and we have this fight October 20th. So once again, credit to Demetrius Andrade for taking this fight. You know, just like some of the stuff that's going on in the heavyweight division with Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and Deontay Wilder, there was a time when everything kind of revolved around Anthony Joshua. Now, Wilder and Tyson Fury, they're making their own big moves, and they're basically starting to assert themselves in a position of A side when it comes to possibly getting a fight against Anthony Joshua. Now they're finding fights where they no longer have to rely on getting a fight with Anthony Joshua. That's what's happening in the middleweight division when it comes to fighters like Demetrius Andrade, BJ Saunders, no longer having to fight Gennady Golovkin to get the respect or the exposure that they deserve. While at the same time, the boxing world will put more pressure on a Gennady Golovkin to face the winner of this fight because it's such a significant fight in the middleweight division, and it is against another champion. Same thing applies for Anthony Joshua. The winner of Wilder versus Tyson Fury puts tremendous pressure on Anthony Joshua to face Demetrius Andrade. He admitted that BJ Saunders is the best opponent he ever faced, and I expect this to be a very competitive fight. Eventually, I expect to see Andrade start to pull away in this fight, but I wouldn't be surprised if the first 4 to 5 rounds are actually competitive. Billy Joe Saunders can really box well. He's another southpaw. I know David Lemieux wasn't the best opponent or the best fighter in the world, but I thought BJ Saunders' win over David Lemieux was more impressive than Golovkin's win. This is the type of fight that I've been waiting to see Demetrius Andrade in. I mean, the last time he was in the ring where he was evenly matched like this was against Vanes Martirosyan, when Vanes Martirosyan was undefeated. Now he moves up in weight against, once again, one of the best fighters at the middleweight division. Let's see how it goes down October 20th. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Once again, y'all, we out here in Isan, Thailand, checking out the animals at this cool zoo. Let's check it out.